Hey everyone, welcome to the video. So in this video, I'm going to share about how the cabal have used food as a control device and mechanism for the human population for a very long time. And they spread, like everything else, the number one sort of weapon or mode is deceit, or which could be called also lies. So the mainstream media and the television and the newspapers and the radio, etc., 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 are the number one way to control and disempower the population. But I have extensive experience with trying out different foods, and basically speaking, the most disempowering stuff is like stuff that's like artificial, like chemicals, like stuff like sweet, just chemical fake sweets, like not real food ingredients whatsoever. And another thing that's like really bad is also just like stuff that's like very sprayed with tons of pesticides, or just like very cooked and pasteurized meat and dairy, like dead animal remains. It's not suitable for the human body. Even like raw organic meat and dairy, which I don't really have too much experience with, to be honest, but I get the impression that's not optimal, but like a lot better than the cooked and pasteurized, like really contaminated mainstream sources, which involves tons of unethical exploitation and cruelty to animals too. So all that like helps lower our consciousness and our frequency and energy and vibration, and it helps dampen our spirit. So when we eat non-vegan food, in my opinion, it definitely has a less high effect on us. It helps like sedate us a little bit, or numb us to a certain degree, or flatten our spirits to a certain degree. And the way to find out if this is true is like, because a lot of spiritual people think like they're doing fantastic, and they are, and I have no complaints or criticism, and I love and support everybody. Like, I haven't been a perfect vegan for the last 15 years, but I've been eating vegan mostly raw, a lot of raw and vegan, like nearly all vegan food, and lots of raw for the last 15 years. And like I said in the Facebook post, like I haven't seen one grey hair in my head for around 6 or 7 months, or my beard, so it's pretty good. Most people guess that I'm in my early 30s or late 20s, and I'm actually 39. But yeah.
Hello my friends, Owen here, and here I am in the beautiful forest in County Wexford, and I wanted to share with you more nature clips, as has been the inspiration of some of my more latest videos. So what do you think? Do you like me sharing with you nature video backdrops? I'm sure you are, so let us know in a comment to see if you like this, or if you'd like me to continue, or go back to when I'm driving in the car, sneaking in a bit of time away from the family, so to speak. Not exactly, but yeah, check it out. There's some beautiful snow. Here's a beautiful river. I wanted to show you both. It's just beautiful. So yeah, welcome. Lots of love. How are you doing today? Let us know in the comment box. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to continue on the last video, which is about how actually, wait a minute. Let me start a new video. What will this video be about? This video is about the healing energies of nature. Actually, wait a minute, it's not. Yeah, continuing on the last video about how the cabal use food as a control mechanism for manipulation, control and suppression of our consciousness, energy, frequency and vibration, our overall mood, our mental capacity, our physical energy levels, and all this sort of stuff. Then we get entangled in like sickness and unwellness, which isn't our birthright. Wellness is our birthright. And then we get entangled in the big pharma industry, which is all about drugs and suppression of symptoms and never healing the root cause, because they don't tell us the root cause, which is the wrong food, because they're lying about the pyramid and the media and in the schools and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, in my own personal experience, which is loads on the whole diet topic, the whole diet theme, yeah, even like cooked starches are pretty suppressive and pretty addictive, and it kind of goes hand in hand with salt, which I feel is very addictive, even if it's Himalayan or like sea salt or whatever they call it, not just table salt. Like, who eats cooked food without salt? Very few people. And there seems to be like no stop point with cooked food, which is the opposite of mono fruit eating, which I feel is our natural. So when you eat, like I said, cooked food, there's loads of ingredients and you just can't stop eating it. So many people, you overeat. It's so easy to have like second and third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh helpings. Yeah, and then start again when not even hungry again. So yeah, salt is pretty addictive, I feel. It makes anything taste delicious. Really, you're just after the salt. The salt addiction people don't really want to agree with, which is fine. But yeah, like I find cooked starches like potatoes, like rice, beans, pasta, cakes, confectionery, biscuits, everything, all the whole grain topic and the whole root vegetable topic for the most part. At least the ones are starchy. That's like, for me, it's like a big downer on my mood and creative energy and physical energy. So then of course is like stuff like low starch levels, which Arnold Layard called like more like mucusless vegetables, but they're more like little to no mucus forming, which is much, because no food contains mucus unless you're talking about animal products, which can contain literal mucus, especially like possibly breast milk the most, but as in cow milk for the most part. But yeah, like stuff like broccoli, which is like little to no starch, like that means a complex plant carbohydrate of sugars, which is like, they call that starch for plants. So stuff like broccoli, courgette, they're my two main staples if it comes to like eating cooked food. Yeah, they are like far easier to digest and way less draining than the other mucus forming foods I just mentioned previously, which drain energy and take a long time to digest, whereas the stuff like the starchless stuff, that's way easier. Like stuff like turnips is very low, carrots super low as well, courgette, broccoli, yeah, maybe even squash and sweet potato would be less too, but yeah, there's still sweet potato is probably the heaviest out of everything I've mentioned. Anything that's like starchy is creamy, like stuff like potatoes, sweet potato to a certain degree, rice, yeah, anything that's like sort of starchy and creamy can be dehydrated to make sort of a glue, and rice was even used to create a glue in the olden days as well. So yeah, imagine that, like wallpaper paste, like made from rice. You know it works. But yeah, what else? So yeah, that's what I'd recommend if you're trying to wean off cooked food. I definitely recommend go towards vegan food. And then I'd recommend going like plant food. You know, then I'd recommend going to like reducing your heaviness. So go on to like the starchless eventually, and then just keep upping the raw food, like fruits especially, the number one best food by a long shot. But the problem is if you try and jump too quickly into like light eating and fruits, you could very possibly, very likely suffer like very unwanted detox symptoms such as tiredness, exhaustion, fatigue, grumpiness, irritability, rash, smelly discharges from various parts of your body that like, such as vagina, your armpits, some people even get stuff out of the ears. You'd have more crust and like wet stuff coming out of your eye. Smell your bowel movements when you're detoxing for sure. Like you eat a whole lot of fruits, but your poops don't smell nothing like oranges, which they eventually would if you cleaned your body enough, cleaned your pipe system. But yeah, you smell stinking. That's the common detox symptoms, you know, as well as headaches for sure. Headaches ain't the most fun. So yeah, that's all I'll say in this video really, I suppose. Like, so don't just know you've been tricked by the cabal. Society's been conditioned. We've been tricked as a society. But this is the age of awakening, 2020, 2021. So I'm just doing my part, helping out with these videos. I hope they help. It's really important to spread the message and just be aware. But guys, I just wanted to say, like, girls, take it easy on yourself. Like, don't be too like hard on yourself. Like, don't be trying to like rush too fast or like be strict on yourself. Unless you're dying like really fast, then I'd recommend like, you've got to go to extreme measures. But if you're not dying, or really sick and you have to get better fast, then I'd recommend, like, you know, go easy on yourself. Like, you don't want to struggle and strain and stress and be super miserable and sad. And if you've got responsibilities, you can't detox too fast either, because you'll have no energy, you'll be sluggish, lethargic, no like motivation. That's what I was a while ago when I did just fruits for a week. Almost a week. You got to be careful, you know. Make sure you eat enough. The more you eat, the slower you detox. The less you eat, the faster you detox. And if you have responsibilities like children or a full-time job or even a job in general, responsibilities, if you're caretaking after your like old parents, or if you have any responsibilities, you don't want to detox too fast, you know. And if you're in a relationship, you don't want to detox too fast. You become like just lethargic, like zombie-ish, like you even become grumpy and not overly happy. You just like sort of, life becomes a bit of a drag when you detox too fast. And I think for overall, like they say, potentially the hardest thing to change in life almost is like your habits, of course, but diet is so hard. Like people and ourselves can be very attached to diet. Like I've been vegan now for 15 years almost, and I have to say, like, switching to all raw or just lighter raw and just overall less eating and less overeating and listening to my body has been such a long journey. And we can't be too hard on ourselves. life is a progression of steps. It's a journey. We've given a long life for a purpose, you know, many days, many weeks, many seasons. It's not all supposed to happen at once, so just enjoy the journey, my friends. Like, be happy, enjoy yourself. Can you see the cyclist, little family cyclist? That's so cute. I love that. Actually, to be honest, like, my phone is actually on my bicycle right now, and it's on my glove, and then another glove is holding from falling over because I had to tilt it down because I'm on top of a hill. Anyway, guys, I think I've covered this video, but go easy on yourself, and don't forget to try and avoid stuff like processed foods and, you know, all the sort of, like, you know, artificial, the processed, and the animal products, like. And yeah, don't go massively high in the fats if you're eating vegan or raw food diet. Like, too many high fats like avocado and nuts and seeds can be tiring and draining too, you know. Ah, cool, the sun's over there. Yay, sun's peeking. Ah, so beautiful, I love it. Anyway, my friends, I hope this video helps. Yeah, if you want to befriend more, check me out, my links down below, or for my books, my herb store, Higher Self Herbs, or coaching on any topic, a variety of topics. Just check out my links below and befriend me, and yeah, check my website, owenfox.org, etc. And I'd love to connect with you more if you're inspired. The sun's so beautiful, love it. All right, talk to you again. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your time in nature. So nice, I just love it. Yay! This place is great. I'm going to cycle to the beach now. Okay, talk to you.